Oh, hey Maz, Dave coming to you again from Piano Revival. This is for your 3,000 subs contest. Congratulations. You certainly are well deserving of that honor. I didn't really think that I had anything to show when I first heard about the contest, but the more I thought about it, I thought I could come up with something. So here we go. I'm going to show a record here first. It's one of the more stranger records that I have. Bought this at a thrift store about 10 years ago. It's called the Mill Valley Bunch. It was recorded in San Francisco. Apparently it was put together by Mike Bloomfield and a lot of his musician buddies from San Francisco at the time. A lot of these people were already signed to other bands and other labels, so in order to get around that, if you look at the back, virtually every musician is named Doe. There's extensive liner notes on the back here. It's a pretty interesting album. Side 2 is definitely better than side 1. I really don't know anything about it except for what's written on here. Maybe you know something a little more about it, being from San Francisco. Every single musician is listed as Doe. Like I said, side 2 is better, particularly this song, Last Call Blues, is actually really good. Side 1, it's okay, nothing great. But it's on Verve, which was kind of interesting. They're mostly a jazz label. It's mostly blues rock. So, Casting Pearls by the Mill Valley Bunch. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a movie, a little bit out of the box on this one. I hope you don't mind. This movie was all shot in and around San Francisco. I can't show the outside of the box. It's called Femmes. After Deep Throat came out in 1973, there was this porno chic movement sort of grew up where directors would use bigger budgets and hired Hollywood cast and crew to make these adult films. This is one of them, one of the more famous ones. It's really got a lot of footage from the old Tenderloin district in San Francisco. A lot of it is shot in a bookstore. The beginning of the movie is actually they shot it at San Quentin prison. I'm not really sure how they got around that. The acting, the photography, the acting, and the editing and so forth is really quite good. It's basically about a hulking sadistic ex-con who rampages his way through San Francisco. And at the end of the movie, there's a S&M fueled orgy in a giant mansion that he's invited to, and everybody that he effed over during the whole rest of the movie shows up and they get him, and then they basically F him over. So that's the whole gist of the movie in the short run. But it's actually, as far as an adult film goes, it's pretty good. Hustler magazine gave it the full, well, you can probably guess what they gave it, the full Monty. So it was well received. I believe it was shot in 1976, came out in 77. Also noteworthy because it has an appearance by Linda Wong, a Chinese actress, beautiful, beautiful woman. Could have been a model if she wanted to be. Unfortunately, she's passed away now, but she was in scores of adult movies in the late 70s. So, Femmes, shot in and around San Francisco. And finally, for the very ending here, every time I think of San Francisco, I always bring back to my childhood on TV, and they'd have these ads on all the time. And that would be Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. That jingle is just stuck in my head, and I can't get rid of it. So that's my entry. Okay, Maz, congratulations again on your 3,000 subs. And bye-bye. Have a good one.